To be very frank and honest, many of the statements, not just his appearance in Kelantan, even before that, truly hurtful, painful, toxic, divisive for the future of Malaysia. I really hope he retires peacefully. If he wants to continue to speak about issues, he can. I know he speaks very passionately about global politics, sure.
98岁的前首相敦马仍不掩羞，专注捍卫马来人权利之余，也为国盟州选造势活动站台。但敦马所抛出的外来者论、世俗果论就引起争议。曾经和敦马共事的大马民主联合阵线 MUDA 主席赛沙迪对马哈迪的言论感到困惑，也希望对方平静地退休。
To be honest, it confuses me as well. As I shared, this is someone who I worked with for a while, and I've never seen this side of him. I've had these tough conversations. For example, I've had tough conversations about young Malays. And I know he feels very passionate. At times, he will be very emotional saying that he has failed the young Malays. And that's why there is a belief that young Malays will require crutches for the rest of their lives. But every time I hear this conversation with him, I'll tell my own story. Say, Tun, I come from a lower middle income family. My mom's a teacher. My father is a blue-collar worker. I'm a product of public education. And I could get where I'm at today because of that. And Tun, when I'm off this, when there is equal opportunities, I can succeed like anyone else. The reason I'm sharing that, I want him to know that, hey, come on, what is done for the past 20, 30 years, there are some things which have succeeded. Don't think that we will permanently need it. But above and beyond, I always say, don't look down on the Malays by saying that, we are forever weak, incompetent. And because while he's advocating for the assistance, he also says that we are very weak, competent. That actually puts us in a worse position, right? It's bizarre to me. I really do not know where it's coming from. Is it just because of political strategy? To be honest, I don't know. But what political strategy? He said he will no longer want to contest. He's out of politics, but he just wants to help. He will no longer contest. He will not join any other party. It's kind of confusing, right? He says that he lost in Langkawi because of corruption. He didn't lose to MUDA or PH. He lost to PN. So some parts I'm really trying to wrap my head around. To answer your question, I'm confused. It's bizarre. Even many people have asked me as well why. I find it hard to explain because I've never seen this side of Tun. Is it painful? Yes. Is it hurtful? Yes. So moving to your question, I really hope he retires peacefully. If he wants to continue to speak about issues, he can. I know he speaks very passionately about global politics, sure. Like, for example, retired leaders in many countries. Just because they're retired doesn't mean that they can't talk about issues. But they unite the country, they don't divide. And they talk about global politics, right? They represent international organizations. Look at Ban Ki-moon, look at Dilma Rousseff. There are so many leaders who in the end play a role on international organizations, and he can do that, right? He's still well respected in Middle East, especially in Japan. So my humble suggestion, focus on those areas and please unite Malaysians.